Welcome to the Ultimate Fixmas Factory. My name is Nilaus and I'm going to show you what I've done in order to complete all the objectives for the Fixmas calendar event. Let's first just go, where are we going? Let's go to the MAM and see what it is. So in case you did not watch my first Fixmas video about this, then here we have now, this is all that can be unlocked on the 7th of December. This one will be unlocked on the 11th is my best guess, and well, that seems to be the indication from what it says, and then we can complete it. But I've made all the preparations, and we built a huge supply line to do all the things we need to do for our Christmas factory, and you can see it here. Let's start by going down here into the main entrance, which is kind of out of the way, and then look at it. So this is all the things that it creates. It creates the different light bulbs, trees, sugar canes, bows, snow, more advanced bulbs, and the bulb bundles, the decorations or the wreath, and the star. But we don't have the star unlocked, but we've set up the production line to complete the star production. And of course, it's producing massive amounts of gifts that to sort of feed the whole thing. Look at the beautiful snow in there. And of course, this factory is sponsored by the Factory Must Grow Larger and Bartek over on Twitch. They decided the colors, and I think they are very festive. So let's start with the start of the factory, moving on up all the way to the top. This is where we start generating the gifts. We have 52 trees, and there is a reason why I don't have that here. Well, that would be 56, which would be more than one. More than enough for all of this, but there's also the part that our good friend down here, the flying moth, is coming up over and cutting this corner. So if I built trees here, they would actually be clipping, and we don't like clipping the moth. So this is what we have, each of these producing 15. So if we have 52 of these, then we will be producing 780 of the gifts. And as you can see, the factory is not moving very fast right now, but it can move faster. Let's see if we can just have the moth flying up on here and then see that, oof, it is not clipping. Please don't be clipping. And if it clips a bit, then we just pretend we didn't see it. Look at that. Look at that. Look at the crispness. That is so crisp. Always room for the moth to fly through the base. You must leave room for the moth. So what happens here? We are getting all of this stuff here and coming in. It is on a level 5 belt. And please don't kill myself during a tutorial. That sucks. We're going to land down here. There. Ooh, look at the snow, look at the snow. So I decided that I didn't want lights in here because, well, I'd rather have the only light being in here coming from the decorative lights. The Fixmas power lights, indeed. They're kind of expensive with those bundles there. Here we have a lot of, this is a local storage. I might just fill up this part with storage because, well, then we have for all the other things during the rest of the year, so we can build a big stockpile for whatever things we might want to do. We might actually want to use these consistently somewhere. They look really nice, give a bit of lights and just nice decoration. So the idea is that I take my belt here, my Mark 5 belt, Mark 5 conveyor belt, and I use a manifold and then go into produce each of the different items that I want to have. And then it simply goes down here. The first one I'm going to do is snow. And you can see here that I can build them downwards here. I don't really need a lot of snow, so I only built a single one, and that gives us 10 per minute. Next one here, the bows. We don't really need that for anything, it seems, so we just have a single one. What I've done with these ones, I have blocked up all of this because I don't want to have this amount of Fixmas bows. You can already see, like, if this is 1000 plus it'll store 1000 in here, plus it'll store 500 in here, plus it'll store 500 gifts in here. So if I build this out, I'm gonna have a massive storage. Next one, trees. I have scaled this up to 30 per minute. The reason why, well, if you want to make more trees, then you can do more, but this is specifically to make the wreath that is coming along. The way that it works here is that all the production for each of the production line comes back and goes into here, but it goes through a smart splitter, which you can either do as saying that I want to prioritize the stuff that goes up and then only have overflow in here, or you can do any and then it'll only be half. But the 30 that I'm building here is actually what is needed up top for the wreath production. So could build a few more here just to make sure that I both have enough for filling up the stockpile, filling up my storage, and filling up going upstairs as well. Moving on, we have nice indicators. 50 per minute. That is an absurd amount. Why would I think I need 50 sugar canes per minute? Well, that is because according to the recipe for from last year for Fixmas, the stars were actually needing like 3 wreaths and 10 of these. I can't remember what it is, but it was actually, I calculated to need 50 sugar canes per minute. That means 10 production, 10 of these. I could also do that for all the other ones just to make sure that it works faster, but I have not. Here we have the blue light bulbs, ornaments, and again they are going. Right now I'm set this to overflow because I don't want to stockpile here. I want to go up so we can make this the more advanced bulbs. Here again I have 5 of these because these are producing at 1 to 2, so 10 per minute. And over here we have, not surprisingly, the red ones. So basically at this floor we have everything that is taking gifts in, and then on the top floor we have everything that takes the products out. And again we have put something in here, and we have something up top. And let's go on up, and a bit of snow flying up to the next level and going in here. Then we also have, here we have again, we have a production line here. We have now 25 of these. Now how am I doing this? I am getting the red ones from downstairs, and we are going in here and getting the copper ingots back from the original base. This is producing 5, and I have 5 of these, so that's all good. Similarly for the next one, I only need 15 of these. I think actually I need more. Yeah, I think I need more of this. I think the one below is kind of lacking a bit. Yeah, but the good thing is the one below, we could always just add a few more to that. Again, we are building up a stockpile here, but also sending it onwards to the next production line, which is, oh, sorry. Here we have a bit more, another entrance or exit into the bundles. Bundles are getting a bit more complicated. Well, they're not actually. It's still really super weird that the bundles here are just one copper Fixmas and one iron Fixmas ornament. That's okay. So we'll build that. That's going to go here and build this into here. Some of it goes in here and some of it proceeds to the next. I actually think I want the biggest stockpile of this moving forward. And we have then getting into the most advanced things we can build at this moment, the wreath. And you can see the wreath here is, call the decoration. These decorations, they are pretty pricey, and they are building out here. I have built 2.5 of these, and again all of this is all leading towards the final one, the star build. And I have a single assembler. This one doesn't exist yet because it's not unlocked, and I guess it's going to be unlocked on the what was it we thought on the 11th. I think that's what it mentioned in some of the things in one of the posts on where it says check ban on the 1st, 4th, 5th, and 11th, and we on all the 1st we got the gifts. On the 4th and 5th we got the light bulbs, and so we've been able to unlock the next tier. This one will probably be right there, and then we'll use a lot of sugar canes that we are now producing and getting in. We are getting the sugar canes in here, and it's also taking over here from the wreath going in there, and that should give us the stars. And we need, like, I don't know, someone said 500 stars to unlock the final tier, but maybe they've been adding a bit more to the end of this to this series or this part. So this is the whole thing, and what I can do in order to scale it up, of course I have constrained it by the size of this build, and I can always I could always build it out, but I don't think I want to. What I think I want to do instead is just go, for example, the stuff that I'm missing, like for example blue here is kind of missing, not super fast, and that's probably where we want to go. If we want to see this one, no, this one, you can always do stuff like this, and then just set the center to, oops, overflow, and then build a few of these in here. Well, not build, but then set them out here. Good, and then we'll just start going. They'll go up here and down there, and then feed in so that this will start working again. It was actually the copper one that was missing. Typical. Then I just set this one to overflow and do the same thing here as well. For this, that's working, and this one's working as well. There we go. So that will come in here, and then we can get more of the light bundles. The bundles here, they will be that one. I definitely want some in here because I'm going to need it for these fancy power lines. And then as I'm not going into our wreath production, which kind of will stop soon anyway. So that's basically, let's go out and take a look. Now it's nighttime. Go out and go up here. The beautiful lights up top as well. Lots and lots of Christmas trees just grinding away at packages. And that is basically the factory that I have built, and this will be feeding us all the way through Christmas, making lots of stars and snow and all that good stuff that we can do. We can easily expand it, first by building up to 10 in each of the rows, and then after that just adding more power shards if you want to get it even faster. But of course the whole thing is constrained to 780 packages per minute. But I mean, we're clearly not using that at this point, so plenty of room to expand as well. I hope that you've enjoyed this little showcase video of my Christmas factory. If you want to be part of the design, and also as we continue out there in the horizon, we have an octagonal giant aluminium plant that we are working on currently. If you want to be part of the design and build phase, then I'm streaming over on Twitch. It's at twitch.tv/Nilaus. It's on Tuesday, Thursdays, and Sundays at 8 p.m. Central European time. So come on over, have fun, hang out, help decide and build, and maybe you can even get your own factory colored if you feel so inclined. Of course, if you follow here on YouTube, then consider subscribing. And of course, if you haven't watched all the way to the end of this video, then maybe consider hitting a like button. If you want to do more for the channel, I mean, why not? Then there is an option to pledge on Patreon, and that gives access to all of my save games for all of my games if you are interested in that part. So you can test and build yourself based on how I do it. Thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you in the next episode, either here on YouTube or maybe over on Twitch. Until next time, take care, and as always, stay effective.